folks, so we're back again with Gwent. I've reached an interesting plateau with the game, and I'd like to talk about that and play a few matches. So we hit rank 11 here, and that's kind of, I think, where we top out, or at least where it becomes much more of a struggle to continue to push forward. I'm at the point of the game now where most of the opponents I see are at much higher level than me and have titles that indicate they played in past seasons. So really what I'm playing against are players who were perhaps a bit more competitive in the past, but are now playing a little bit more casually. And so in the 2 weeks in which the season has been going, have themselves only reached rank 11 or so. And because of that, I'm just very far behind in terms of the card pool I have access to, and it's hard for me to put together a competitive deck. That's fine. I expect that kind of thing to happen, especially in a game at the point in its development cycle where Gwent is. But it does leave me with an interesting question as to how to press forward. There are really two things I can do right now. One is that I could liquidate the majority of my collection. I could take all my leaders from the other factions, sell them off for scraps, and actually build myself a solid base of gold cards here that I could use to compete at this level. I think that would be fun. I think I could get this deck up to the point where it could continue to push forward on the ladder. And I would be building it in such a way that in the not so distant future, I would be able to swap out of the highly synergistic kind of gimmicky deck that I'm playing into a 26 card mid-rangey Siri Nova deck that would actually be able to play kind of in the metagame at a higher level. And so I would be able to advance doing that, and I have kind of a roadmap as to how I would go about that. And in games like Shadowverse, when I reached the point where it was time to kind of press against the metagame, that's what I did. I sold my whole collection. But here, I don't think I'm ready to do that yet. I think I still want to play with a lot of the other cards, even if they're not going to be great, even if it means that I just sit at rank 11 on the ladder for the rest of the season. So I'm about to go off and start building some other decks, but before I do, I want to give this deck a swan song, because I've been hard at work at it for 3 days and messed around with it quite a bit and really kind of tried to put together a good collection of silver cards to make it work. And I don't want to just abandon it without showing it off a little bit. So I'm going to jump into a ranked match here, and hopefully we'll have enough time to talk through our plays and have a little bit of fun with this. So if you haven't seen the first video that I put out, this is a Bran deck. It's based on effects with discard and resurrection. I try to spread my power out across numerous creatures. I try to play to win round 1, to bleed round 2, and to win round 3 with a very quick Nova of highly strengthened Queensguard creatures. It's pretty linear, but it's not too bad to play. Alright, this is a pretty decent starting hand. We have exactly 1 Queensguard, which is what we want to see. We have multiple cards to strengthen our Queensguard, which is also great. We have some decent power in Scorch, my Spy, Gremist here, Triss, which is all good. We can see if we can get a little bit more synergy here by discarding our Clan Pirate. The Restore. Do we have good use for the Restore in this hand? No, I think we can ship the Restore as well. It's just too early in the game for that. We already do have 1 Resurrection spell, and we'll ship the last Queensguard. Hope not to draw a Clan Raider. Okay, we didn't draw a Clan Raider. Okay. So, this is going to be a pretty interesting start here. My opponent leads with Mahakam Marauders, so he's going to be hoping to kind of boost that guy out a bit, but he's probably just going to be presenting us with a Scorch target, so we're fine with that. We're going to play Bran, and we're going to load our graveyard with 2 Queensguard and the Clan Raider. Clan Raider is immediately going to pop out of our graveyard, and we'll keep going here. What we're really hoping is that the opponent is quick to present us with a target that we can kill with the Hyogre Blackhand. If they do, then we can strengthen our Queensguard while they're still in the graveyard. That's not going to do it, but there is an argument at this point to combining our Clan Hunter and our Blackhand to take out the Mahakam guard here. I think that's going to be something we try to do. So we'll play out the Clan Hunter. We'll hit the guard for 5. And we're aiming to kill that thing next turn with the Black Hand. We're not getting full value there out of the Black Hand's damage, since we're doing 6 points of damage to a 4 damage creature. But what we are getting is 3 points to the strongest creature in our graveyard, which right now is our Queen's Guard. And that 3 points will get played out not only in this round, but in the next 2 rounds as well. So it's a major gain here to be able to do this. Kill this guy. Opponent looks like he might just be going all in on this Marauder, making our Scorch better with every passing moment. Our plan from this point is very straightforward. We play out the Queen's Guard. We strengthen the 2 strongest units in our Queen's Guard. And then we see where we want to go from there, but we're probably looking to lean into the Scorch. So Queen's Guard comes on out. The only reason we care about the scores right now is we don't want to ever find ourselves in a position where we're 2 cards behind our opponent. Other than that, we're totally happy if our opponent says you have to play a card to win this round. We're totally happy to do that and to go into round 2 1 card down, because we'll just use round 2 to bleed our opponent anyway. Opponent continues to boost the Mahakam Marauder, so not complaining about that. Actually, that was a strengthen effect, not a boost effect. We will follow through with our plan of boosting our Queen's Guard. We do want to try to leave one of our Queen's Guard at 4 power if we can, because if we do, it makes Restore a better resurrection spell. Since Restore adds points of power until they hit 8, having a weaker card to restore is actually better. Okay, opponent gets in here with a Mahakam Defender. At this point, we're going to put Rain on this lane of our opponents, I think. Are we? How many points are we going to get out of Rain? We've got 1, 2, 3 turns definitely left in the game. No, I don't think we're going to get enough out of Rain. So we'll just continue to strengthen our Queen's Guard. Still making sure that we stay within 1 card of our opponent, but not minding being down otherwise. The Spy also gives us some insurance. If our opponent goes way ahead of us, then we can just Spy out to end the round. Okay, opponent currently up over there by 13. If we are planning to Scorch this round for 18, which I think we are, then for now our play should probably just be Triss here. The other option is Grimaced into Roar. Both are decent plays. Grimaced into Roar is 13 points, which would tie us, whereas Triss is 15 points and puts us ahead. So it puts the question to our opponent a little bit better. So we'll give this a shot. If our plan is to use Grimaced for Roar, we would rather always do that targeting a Priestess of Freya than targeting Bran, but it's only 1 point difference. Okay, opponent breaks our armor. They are now 10 points up on us, so yeah, I think at this point we're happy going Grimaced into Roar. Transform Bran here into a bear. next turn, pretty much no matter what, we're just going to scorch our opponent and see how they react to that. Guessing not well. Especially if they're thinking this hard about this play. Yes, they managed to go up by 10 there. So let's scorch. Put ourselves up by 8. If the opponent can't make up 8 points here, then obviously we pass. Even if they can, we probably pass. Cool. Okay. So yeah, we'll gladly go into round 2 with the card advantage, even though we are down a unit. As long as we can find another resurrect spell, we're going to have Queen's Guard in both games 2 and 3. And that's sufficient. There we go. That's actually the perfect spell. So we'll just mulligan away our spy here. Unfortunately, we didn't win round 1, so we get less value off of them. Pirate's fine, though. Pirate's a solid set of points. We're going to be able to boost our Queen's Guard to enormous heights here. I think we're even set against a Siri if it comes to that. Because right now, we're going to restore that weak Queen's Guard that we set up, the 4.1, which means that she's going to come in for 25 right now. Then we'll strengthen her. And our play of Sigdrifa next game will be a 30-point play as long as we get this strengthen effect in. Okay, opponent doesn't give us the time to get the strengthen effect in, but that doesn't matter. We still have significant play for round 3. Sigdrifa plus the Queen's Guard is still a 28-point play. And then with 2 11s in hand, we're sitting pretty. We also have most of our gold still in our deck. So we can throw the Priestess away. I just got another pirate. Okay, that's fine. That's still 33 points in these 3 cards, which is about an average rate. But unless my opponent can do something crazy, the Sigdrifa is going to be good. So we'll lead with the pirate. What is this guy again? This guy is, boost units in his hand. So that's a 12-point play. So he's a little ahead of us right now in round 3 here. Another pirate. A solid 18 points there. Not cutting into our lead yet, though. 33 from our bronze cards. And then we have our massive silver card coming up here. Opponent only gets 8 points from his last card. We get 28 from ours. Cool. So that played out pretty much exactly the way that I draw it up. We did have options in round 1. We decided to lose round 1, but we had a spy in hand, right? So let's say instead he had decided to kind of opt out and lose round 1 instead. We would have just led round 2 with a spy, bled him out until the only thing that we had left in hand was the resurrect. Oh, not the resurrect. We would have played the resurrect, the Sigdrifa, and then we would have come into that last round with a single 28-point play. So that would have been just fine. So either way there, I think my opponent was pretty screwed by the time we got late into round 1, and I had already set myself up. The only thing we didn't get to see out of the deck was the long ship was the only energy that we didn't get to see. Other than that, I think everything got shown off there. So yeah, that's the Bran deck. Thanks a lot for watching. Like I said, I'm done with this deck now and off to bigger and better things. But I'll let you know how that goes. See you later. Bye.